So hello, my name is Dr. Campbell-Lane, and we made this video to provide a brief overview of the birth parent and adopting family matching process with adoption services. Our agency, for over 40 years, under the work of Dr. Berger, a licensed clinical psychologist and the founder of our not-for-profit adoption agency, have been helping pregnant women, birth mothers, birth fathers, and adopting families. As you may know, there are more families looking to adopt than there are birth parents placing them for adoption. And as a result, most birth parents, if they want, have the option to choose among waiting families. Adoption agencies and adoption attorneys typically handle this option to choose in one of two ways, either by creating a pooling or profile list and using what's called a fixed waiting list. So let me talk to you a little bit about what each of these are. In a pooling or profile list, an adopting family develops a written profile and pictures of the family, the home, the lifestyle, and a narrative about their hobbies, their interests, and their views. This profile can appear to be very helpful to birth parents in selecting the family. Typically, the profile is created with the idea in mind of being attractive to you as the birth parents. All too often, profiles are professionally polished and questionable content or negative things are taken out, so the profile might not reflect a true and accurate picture. Once this profile has been created, it's put into a big pool with lots of other families. Then you, as the birth parent, dive into the pool, so to speak, and you swim around looking at the adopting family profiles until you find a family that appears to be what you're looking for. Remember, this is what appears to be, but it might not be the real story. The pooling process can also be very frustrating for you as a birth parent, since critical information about the family might not be included. For instance, what is their discipline style? Do they have any other children? Have they been married previously? What is their financial status? We've been told by birth parents that they often feel like they're selecting a family on a very superficial basis of how they look. And so our agency typically uses a fixed waiting list method of matching rather than this pooling list. We found that a fixed waiting list is most helpful and very effective to match birth parents and adopting families with what you, the birth parent, want and what the adopting family wants as well. So let me explain this fixed waiting process. An adopting family is very carefully screened. After they pass this exhaustive personal screening process by our executive director, they've had the home studies, and then they're placed on a waiting list in the order in which they are approved. They have certain criteria that they are looking for with a birth parent and a child, and these things are discussed in detail as part of the screening process. Then a birth parent like you contacts our adoption agency, and you indicate everything that you are looking for and things that you are not looking for in an adopting family. You can say you're interested in adopting family of a certain age or a certain religion or a certain marital status, or that you do want them to have other children, or you'd rather they not have other children. Again, you can tell us anything that you feel is important in making sure that the family is just the right loving family. Our agency then looks at the list of waiting families and everything that family wants and everything you want. And then we match you, the birth parent, with the first adopting family on our list that meets all of your criteria and that you meet all their criteria. At this part of the process, if you choose, you can talk with and or meet the adopting family before a match is finalized. The choice is yours. Most birth mothers, birth fathers tend to like this fixed waiting list because you can think very carefully about all the things you want in an adopting family, and you can give all your restrictions and desires to us. Birth mothers and birth fathers also seem to like the fact that we do all the work for you, and you don't need to sit through a batch of profiles and decide based on some superficial description that you know may or may not be most accurate. Again, while most birth mothers and birth fathers like this fixed waiting list, we do have profiles if you want to look at them. And with our agency, we make sure our profiles accurately reflect the family, so you will not be misled. Always remember that every adoption is different, and you as the birth parent get to decide what potential process and what type of match and family will work best for you. If you want more information about this or any other adoption issues, you are always welcome to contact myself, Dr. Berger, or any of our staff at the number listed at the bottom of this link. My best wishes to you and those you love.